Yes, the big one. Yes, people. Big one, big one, big one. Man United versus Liverpool. Preview show and prediction show. We got French, we got Tobias. Massive, massive game on Sunday. Two of the biggest teams in the league. Two of the biggest fan bases in the league. At Old Trafford. Massive, massive game. Could make or break Man United season, in my opinion. We'll go to Tobias first. You man confident?
No comment. To be fair, the only one saving grace is that these games usually form goes out the window. 100%. That old cliche. So I'm hoping for that, and I'm hoping that you lot have been on fire. Too many goals. There's too many goals there. Our defense is awful, and the worst side being is the Salah side. Maguire and Shaw. Oh Jesus, it could get bad. But I'm hoping that. To be fair, I'm hoping that Ole's luck continues with him because he has it. He has it at these moments, and he has it in the big games. So, and in fairness, his big game ratio isn't that bad. It's the smaller teams that we struggle with. Which 100%.
Frenchie, being a neutral, if you was a Man United supporter, would you be thinking, are you lot confident? Would you be confident?
No, not with the result. Forget about yesterday's game. Was it yesterday?
Tuesday.
No,
Wednesday. Wednesday.
No,
so
Wednesday.
2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago.
No, I wouldn't be. Watching from the sideline and the result. Yeah, I wouldn't be, but anything can happen.
100%. You say that about that game. We didn't play that bad against Atlanta. It wasn't like a bad performance. It was a bad defensive performance. It was mistakes. Other than they scored the chances they had.
Sorry, Gav. Yeah. Oh, sorry, but from my point of view, I think it was just a terrible first half. I'm not even gonna go around the bush. From what I see, I didn't see terrible defending. I see Manu all over the place. That's including Ronaldo.
Well, Atalanta controlled that game first half.
Yeah.
But did we not have chances?
Yeah, you did, but they controlled the game on the counter attack.
Have we played worse?
Yeah. But Atalanta,
we created a lot of chances in the first half. We created enough chances not to be 2-0 down.
But I think what we're saying is that we know Man United are going to create chances. You're at Old Trafford. But take the chances aside, Atalanta first half controlled the football match. It felt like they were the home side and you lot were playing away from home and had a threat on the counter-attack. That's what it was. That's what it was. The first half, that's what it was. They controlled the game. And then when it came to the second half, Atalanta got sucked in by the crowd. And it was a pinball machine where they should have slowed the game down and tried to control the game. And they would have got something out of the game. That's my opinion, but I was watching it anyway.
I didn't really see it like that, to be fair. I thought that they had a couple of chances. They scored the chances. Other than that, we had more than enough chances to be ahead or even at the same position as them, but it wasn't to be. Don't get me wrong, we've still got the same issues that we always have. No pattern, moments, etc., etc. But I wouldn't say that it's the worst performance by a long shot. No way.
Okay.
I just think he's lucky that he's got the crowd behind him, because any other manager, like the Bangals or the Mourinhos or the Moises, are going through a run like that, and they go 2-0 down so early on in the first half. Yeah, at half time they'd done a few boos, but the crowd would have been Arsenal-esque.
Oh mate, toxic.
You know what I mean? It would have been it would have been awful. So that gets him through it. That gets him through it, as well as you got to say that somehow these players pull it out for him. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know how. They must like him. They must, because a lot of teams will down tools for less. So
no, I hear you. But going back to the Liverpool Man United game, you're saying you're not confident, but if you take the last season's result, I'm not taking that as a result because it's no fans. It's going to be completely different. Old Trafford's going to be packed, and you guys have really, take that game aside, you've got a good record against Liverpool. Ollie's got a good record against Liverpool. I haven't really lost, really. So you guys should be more confident than you're talking, to be fair.
No, we draw specialists, aren't we? Yeah. Ideally, against you, we set up for a draw. And that's what he's going to do this time, because he definitely can't afford to lose.
But don't you think he
can go from 4 points to 7 points at the end of October? It's a big jump. And then taking into account, we've got Chelsea, we've got City, we've got Tottenham, we've got Arsenal. It's a big month, all before Christmas. So,
yeah. But Frenchie, do you think that Ollie might have to go for it because of how it's going for Man United at this moment in time? Do you think they'll go for it?
No, like Tobias mentioned, it's anything but a defeat will do. It don't matter how they play. It don't matter if they play like Wolves and still go a draw. You'll be happy with it, especially it's at home. And long story short, reason I'm saying is I wouldn't give Man United any credit for the first half against Atlanta is because your home side, you are home, and it was just too easy for the first half for Atlanta. But back to the Liverpool game, it's anything but a defeat. That's how I see it. There's no other way.
It was too easy because the defense made it too easy. Like it was like the strikers were just doing what they want. It was way too easy. So it was more of defensive lapses than anything else. I wouldn't have jumped overboard.
I'm not going overboard. I'm just saying I'm seeing it as like with the team that started, forget about pattern or shape or whatever. Yeah. It's for me, United with that starting 11 and you are home. You should go. You should come out the gate. It's not like you're playing City or Liverpool. You are a bit. You step back a little bit. You see how you monitor the game. No, this is okay. All due respect to Atlanta, but it's Atlanta. It's United, and if you go to the betting shop, you close your eye, you put your money straight away on United because United is at home. They got Ronaldo. They got the tools, but it just didn't click. So that's why I don't. Yeah, it just
You're never going to control the game when you've got Fred and McTominay in the midfield, are you? So this is why I said to Shaq.
I don't even. Sorry to cut you off. I don't even looking at that deep. I'm not even looking at of.
But you must though. You've got to, because if your defense is having a torrid.
I'm not. The reason I didn't, because for me that was gonna be, for me in my head, that should have been an easy game. Man, you made this difficult. For me in my head, it's like, okay, that's an easy. It should get that result, but it just went.
No.
Yeah, you went.
I said it to Shaq. I said, like, I don't get Ole's sort of like processes or how he sets up a team, because against Leicester away, he plays Pogba and Matic. I know Fred wasn't available for that game, but against Atlanta at home, and he's done it previously, and he plays Fred and McTominay, where you would have thought that gives you more of an option to play than someone like a Pogba, or I don't know why I'm going to say it, but I'll say it just because it's there. Van der Beek, even though we're never going to get a game, or even Matic, more of a game suited for Matic. But you're expecting us to dominate the ball, but you've got no ball players.
playmaker.
You've got no ball players in the centre midfield.
Mm.
And then to top it off, you've got Bruno, who first half was trying. Things wasn't really working out. Yeah. And he's that type of player, isn't he? He loses the ball quite often, especially when he's having a bad time, because he tries things out of the ordinary. So with McFred, what's the expectation? I don't understand. Yeah, we're at home, but what is the expectation?
Yeah, I think you looking at it, deeper than me. So that's why I don't disagree about what you said, because United is your team. You're looking at it really deep. The way I went is simple. If I'm going to the bookies with that starting line of Man United should do the job. That's me. I didn't even looking at it in terms of, because really, I don't really care about Man United result. You just I'm actually satisfied when you man lose, in it. But when I go, I say, you know what, my money is on United. That starting 11 is not bad. And then I just got disappointed. And that was it. But I totally get your point. You know, with Fred and McTominay in the middle, you don't have creativity at all and zero discipline. That's how I see it. That's the two things that I get from them.
So you got so our whole spine initially is out of the game, but you still expect us to dominate the game. Doesn't make sense, does it?
But I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
No, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense.
It's true. And that's that's Ollie's next step, is to make Man United more into a possession-based team. But you can't at the moment when you've got Fred and McTominay in your midfield. But it's his tried and trusted, because he tries to. The thing is, when I watch Ollie, he tries to maybe make it a bit different and put more creativity in there. But when he does, it just doesn't work. So he always goes back to his tried and trusted, which is the Brexit midfield with Fred and McTominay. He goes back to it.
This needs to be a telltale for any club out there. Any Brazilian named Fred, just steer clear. We've been here before. Just forget about it. Do you know what I mean? Just leave it alone. But he goes back to, he's tried and trusted, yes, because those sort of players will do well against, i.e. you guys, or 100%. City, or Chelsea. Yeah, it suits that type of football, because we're able to counter-attack and it's get the ball quickly over to Rashford or over to we move the ball very quick. But when you're coming against, as everyone likes to call it, the low block, what are you going to do then? Just go side to side, and then pass it to Bruno and hope for Bruno, because effectively Bruno's the only one with a pass in him.
100%.
So that's why like against Atlanta, he was losing the ball, and he was having a bad first half because he was losing the ball so often, but it was frustration because everything's on him to create. So every time he got the ball, he feels like he needs to create something, because other than Pogba. But if you had,
Pogba was on the bench, isn't he? He didn't start that game.
No, Pogba was on the bench, but when he come on, obviously he done a bit.
Yeah,
it looked a lot more comfortable. But I just don't get his mentality of starting Matic and Pogba against Leicester and McFred against Atlanta at home. You would have thought that he would have done the opposite, but this is Ole and this is what he does.
All right, let's go back to the Liverpool Man United game. On Liverpool's perspective, I think we should be going there confident. We're scoring goals for fun. I think it's 9 consecutive games that we've scored 3 goals or more away from home. We're unbeaten in the Champions League, unbeaten in the league. But I know, as a Liverpool supporter, these type of games, form goes out the window. I've seen it most of my life watching Liverpool. We've always been the underdog against Man United, and there's been times where Man United are on an unbelievable run, the players they got, they're looking to win leagues and Champions Leagues, and they come to Anfield and we turn them over. It's happened. So I'm no under illusions that I know this game's going to be arguably our toughest game of the season, because I think Man United can play their way. They know Klopp is going to come with his team and he's going to play high up the field. He's going to press high and he's going to try and dominate the game from the start. And it suits Man United to a T.
Rashford's key, though.
Yeah, we're going to come to that's what I'm saying. Going into that, I was going to talk about the key matchups or the key plays for Man United for them to at least win this, to try and win this game. So what are the key matchups for you?
Well, it's Rashford. Rashford's key. I think Rashford's key to how Ole wants to play anyway.
Yeah.
You can see when he comes back that the massive difference, even in terms of the positions he gets into himself and all the rest of it, that anyone else that plays out there is unable to replicate that.
Just going into Rashford, don't you think? I think he's got so much ability. If you go just by raw ability, he's got as good ability as anybody around. I just think he hasn't had the right manager to kick on. What is he going to be 24 soon? And he's an excellent footballer, but now he should be going into that bracket where you could have a world-class conversation, and he's still not there yet. And I don't think it's ability-wise. I just think he hasn't had the right manager from Jose to Ole. I think the right manager would have been Van Gaal, because Van Gaal did bring him through.
I think the issue was, what was he originally, isn't it? Because everyone said he was a striker, even though he came through the youth playing as a winger. But had this fascination, obviously with his pace, of wanting to play him up top. But I don't think that really suited him. I think you find that the left seems to be, in this new age formations, especially not a left winger as such, but an inside forward seems to be his role. It gives him freedom. He can run into the open spaces, and I just think that the hold-up play, he lacks that, so he can't be that number 9. Aerially, he's not great, but what he does have is pace and he's got good feet.
Yeah, he is key. Who else is key for Man United? Who you think is key for you lot to win the game?
It's a battle of the walk carriers, isn't it? Like I can't see you lot playing Thiago.
No, he's injured.
I don't think he would have played anyway. So it's a battle of the walk carriers. I think you might find Milner might end up in midfield. Milner, Hendo, and he won't be Keita.
Fabinho.
Yeah, Fabinho. Yeah. So it's a battle of the walk carriers, man.
My key battles is how you lot contain Salah. Saying that the last few games, Shaw's. I don't say he's not contained him, but he's gave him a good game in the sense of I think it's been tough for Salah. Apart from the last game, I think Salah's key. I think how you stop our fullbacks. I think that's key, and I think as well what you said about the water carriers is who can control the midfield. I still think our midfield is still better than yours with our water carriers. It's that who can control the midfield, and it's how you defend against the front three as well. Can you defend properly against that front three or whoever plays up front?
If Maguire's got anything about him, he'd give Salah that Ramos work immediately. And then just watch the wind come out of your sails like it did in the Champions League final that time.
You
see right now, injure Salah, the crowd. You can hear that even the crowd's heads will go. It will just watching that final killed me that time. Like, as soon as Salah got injured, because he was in similar form, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He was in similar form. So at the minute, it suits Shaw, because Shaw's he's not like an attacking fullback anyway, and he's not the easiest one-on-one to get past.
He's not bad.
Quick, he's strong. He can play a bit. So he's a horrible left back to play against.
Do you think as well, because they're saying like no creativity in Man United's midfield? Liverpool don't have the most creativity in midfield. They're very quite similar. I think ours is still better, but I feel that our fullbacks are more creative than yours, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Shaw's not bad. Yes, I'm saying Shaw's not bad, but Wan-Bissaka, it's like having an extra defender just playing there. A spare
Actually, he's a centre half at right back, it seems.
Yeah.
He'd be perfect in the free. Right at the free.
Yeah. 100%.
That's where you sort out his positional sense a bit. But in terms of putting it on the right hand side, I think that's the keys. Robertson running down that left. If he plays Greenwood, I think that might be a bit of a mistake. But then he doesn't have a James anymore, does he? No. Where he can put James on and tell James to do his job. He doesn't have them type of players anymore. So it's either Greenwood or Sancho. And I don't know if I fancy Sancho right now against Robertson. Might kill his confidence even more. But
French, if you go to Frenchie, because you're neutral, what do you think the key matchup is for this game? For both teams to win? So if you go Man United, what's their best chance of them winning? What's the key player or play for them?
David to stay. I think the goalie.
The hair, yeah, yes, have a goalie. Yeah.
David is been, I think, probably the second best goalie after Mendy in the Prem. From the start of the year, I'll say so.
Shaq will always say no. Shaq's just a hater. Don't listen to him.
Chance.
I hear where you're coming from. He will never give David respect for some reason.
Before Shaq starts shaking his head, I'm not saying they are the best. I'm just saying, since the season started,
I'm not having it.
David had a better start than all of them. You got as a goalie, and then you got Mendy, and
Alisson's been much better than him. He's been much better than him. And look, Alisson against Atletico, we don't win that game.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. How many times did David save Man United?
Bro, all the shots are just smashed right at him. But we'll get to that.
I said to him about the double save, against Atlanta. He was like, he was hit straight at him. Like,
no. But forget about the Atlanta game. Okay. Even before that, David has been taking at Man a lot of pickles, bro.
Okay.
Shaq will never give De Gea his props.
No, I am not saying again that he's better than who and this. I'm just saying who's in better form, and what I've basically caught my eye is David, Mendy, Alisson, and he's been doing what he's been doing, innit? But for me, it's David anyway, and Mendy and Alisson does what he does. But anyway, if David stay on his toe, and to be honest, who else there to form? If Ronaldo start, you always gotta give him a chance. You get it? It's Ronaldo starts.
But then you've got to set the team up for Ronaldo, and ideally, it depends because Van Dijk wasn't convincing during the week at all. No, he's played his first 2 games within a week, isn't it? Since coming back from injury.
No, it's third. It was third game in a week. It was his third game in a week.
So it's going to be what? How many games in
4 games in like 12 days or something crazy. Yeah.
So he looked leggy against Atletico.
He did.
He looked leggy. So hopefully that could have been a mistake on your end playing him against Atletico. And obviously it's a given that he's going to start against us. So I hope that he continues with that. And I reckon if he is, then we're best off. We would be best off starting with Cavani anyway, not Ronaldo.
Yeah. We all know. You all know Ronaldo starting.
Yeah, we all know Ronaldo starting. But Cavani would just be running man down.
No, I hear you. But going to Man United as well, ain't it a game for Bruno Fernandes? I heard he's doubtful, but I think he's going to play. They're just saying that. Don't you think it's a game for Bruno Fernandes for really to show himself against the top sides? He hasn't really done it, really. And I don't think it's his fault, to be fair. because the team's not set up for him. But against,
sorry, but what you see when the guy saying that set up the game, the team for Ronaldo, and now he's saying set up the game, the team, the game is not set up for Hernandez. Like, what do you mean? What do you guys mean by that? I understand, but I don't understand. Like, because
no, I mean it's that they're not getting the best out of him in a sense of when they play against the top teams, because they don't really not dominate possession, but don't have the fair share of the possession. So Bruno Fernandes is doing a lot of running for no reason. If not for no reason, but he's doing a lot of running.
He's doing a lot of running and he's doing a lot of wonder balls. If you've seen Fernandes play with Mata, it's a different it's a different level of playing. It's interchange. It's tight.
Yeah, they both are similar. They like the tic-tac ball.
But it's not just that. It's like if Bruno was in your midfield, Nico, you would see a much better Bruno in the bigger games because you've got a passing midfield.
And he doesn't have to do a lot of running.
Yeah, and then it's not every time he gets the ball that he thinks he's going to have to create something. That's where it all comes from. At the minute, everything's on him to create because who is there? Who have we got to carve open anything? Yeah. Bar Fernandes. If you take Fernandes out of that midfield, yeah, you put Pogba in it, but them two together, it doesn't really work, does it? Especially against the big teams. Where's he going to play Pogba? If he's going to play McFred and he's going to play Rashford, is Pogba going to get on? Is Pogba going to be sub?
And that's what I was going to come on to. Starting lineups. If you was Ollie, how would you set your team up against Liverpool? What would your starting lineup be?
The centre half partnership. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sorry. Just please just do something to stop me from seeing that partnership. I don't care which one it is.
But you're Ollie, Tobias. You're Ollie. Not think how you would be thinking, or most fans, what Ollie would do on Sunday. Would he keep the same team?
Ole's going to keep the same back four. The same. He's going to end up keeping the same team. He's going to end up keeping the same team.
That's what you think. Same team.
Because if he takes out McTominay for Pogba, I can't see it. He ideally in his position, if Rashford was still injured, Rashford picked up a knock apparently against Atlanta, so he might not start. Then he will play Pogba on the left.
But Bruno Fernandes they said he's doubtful as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's more doubtful, but I think he's going to play. I think both will play.
But then if Bruno doesn't play, then you just put Pogba there for me. You just sort of you miss out on stat jacking in a way, but it probably will help him out if he's not in.
But would you put Pogba on the left against Liverpool?
I'll put Pogba on the left against you. Yeah.
I hope you do, mate.
I would. He would give Trent a horror, you know.
No chance.
He would.
He won't. You know why? Because Liverpool will push Pogba back. They will push him, making sure he has to defend, and you know he's going to switch off. He's going to do something. Switch off. He'll switch off.
Any left Rashford will switch off. There's no containing Trent because he doesn't play like a natural fullback. He drifts inside, so it's irrelevant. Like most of the time, you're gonna have to pass it or try and pass him on, but you can't. He plays so unorthodox as a right back. Like, how do you contain that? Your right back's turning up in like number 10 position, playing around the corners, drifting it into the centre midfield because your water carriers can't pass the ball. So this is what I mean.
Him and Cancelo are complete different fullbacks compared to like the conventional fullbacks. Cancelo's exactly the same as Trent. He hasn't got the passing range, but Cancelo's got more goals in him. But they're very similar if you watch them.
I don't think they are.
They are. Watch Cancelo. He doesn't really overlap. He comes inside and starts being a playmaker. He's like an extra midfield player.
Yeah, because he's left-footed. He's right-footed playing on the left, isn't he? Majority of the time.
But even when he's playing, if he plays on the other side, he comes inside. He doesn't really overlap it's like he comes inside and starts playmaking, a bit like Trent. I think they're very similar. Like watch him, they're very similar. He hasn't got the passing range as Trent, but they're very similar. But no, I hear what you're saying. So
and you got like the set piece kings, and we are awful at set pieces.
Yeah, we're mostly the best with Chelsea. We're mostly the best in the league at set pieces.
You are like the set piece dons. Like people forget. Like it's why I always laugh about when everyone talks about the excited brand of football that Liverpool play. I don't see it like that. I see big diags, and I see whipping it in that box, mate, and for them second balls. That's what I see.
Even Nico has to laugh. What the
fuck
are you watching, bro?
Nico,
I don't know what you're watching, bro.
What game was you watching, yeah? And I said to you, how many crosses are you not going to put in the box? Don't tell me that you play any other way, Shaq. Please, come on. So is that how you get to play?
Okay. Well, we'll do that, but we'll have 70% of the possession at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
So that makes no sense what you're saying because
you're whipping it in the box. You're not doing intricate passes and breaking teams down like that. You are clipping it down the sides for Salah and that to run onto. You're not playing intricate. Leave it out. You're playing like City. Is that what you're telling me?
But no one plays like City.
No
one plays like City.
Arsenal play or try to play like City. You don't play that way. You don't play like that style of football.
We keep the ball. We're a possession-based team.
You keep the ball, but your moves will predominantly be diags. A big diag from Big Virgil. Big diag from bloody either of your fullbacks. That's your game.
That's one of our weapons, 100%. Because
that's your main weapon.
Well, that's what happens when we have Virgil. That's why no one presses him because if you press, he just plays a big 60-yard pass because he's the only player in the Premier League who could do that.
Okay. How many crosses per game does Hendo get in the box? Your centre midfielder. How many crosses does he get in a game?
He puts lots of crosses into the box.
Okay, so that's your centre midfielder whipping the ball in. Yeah.
So but that's what I'm saying. But we have a pattern of play that what you're saying. That's what we have. Something we have an identity. That's what we're doing. That's what we do. Is that what you? That's what you see, that's what we do, and it works.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm not saying anything.
We do play good football. I'm
not saying that you play terrible football, but it's not the brand of football that we're saying that City play.
Like I said, no one plays like City.
I see.
No, I see what he's saying, but I still think we still play exciting football. Only Man City fans could come to me and
I think you have exciting players. I don't think you have. I don't think
you have it. No, you have exciting players and playoff moments. We have exciting players. And we have a system. I think that's the difference. Well, you have exciting players, but you don't have a pattern of play. That's why you play off moments. We have exciting players and have a pattern of play. No matter if you like it or not, it works and it's exciting.
I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I'm saying to you that predominantly your thing is wingers, clip it down, whip it in as many times as possible.
It's direct with Liverpool. It's very direct football.
It's back to front very quickly.
Very quickly. 100%.
It's not. It's I see the stamp. You don't have a stamp, meaning in terms of like the City, how Barca play, Arsenal trying to play. Basically, your football is direct.
It's a very English brand of football.
But it's very effective.
I hear what you're saying, but people say you lot say it's direct. But if you look at the stats of we keeping the ball, when we played Barcelona when they had Coutinho, Messi, we kept the ball more than them at the Nou Camp.
Forget that team. Forget that team.
At the Nou Camp.
Coutinho in a Barca team. Behave yourself.
When we played Man City at their ground, we had literally have the same amount of possession as them. So we do hit the ball long sometimes. We do go long,
but you might have that possession. But what are you doing with that possession? That's cool with Hendo.
Score loads of goals. What we do, like we've scored more goals than anybody else.
With Hendo going sideways, etc. But at the end of the day, you got to admit that your brand of football is direct.
It's great. It's fucking great. It's great. Scored more goals than everybody else. Scored 3 goals or more away from home. 9 consecutive games, we score goals, and it works. And it's
how many clean sheet though?
I'm not knocking it. This is what I'm trying to say.
We win. Forget the cliches. We win.
Shaq gets so defensive, you know.
A lot.
Shaq gets so defensive, yeah.
It does, though.
You cannot take any form of constructive criticism about
Liverpool.
Bro, I could take constructive criticism, but the way you said it, it's like any man, you could have got flipping a non-league manager and could do the same thing. That's why you're laughing. You tried to play Liverpool style in bullet points in like three sentences of how we play. But that's just one part of.
I kid you not, yeah. I kid you not. When I watch you, I see the most crosses going into that, and I'm not saying it doesn't work. It works, but I think you get away with it. That set pieces, you've got to score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Crosses into the box, is where most of your goals come from. This is what I'm saying to you. It's not where you're dominating centrally and you've got like intricate through passes being played by your centre midfielders. That's not how it works. That's not how you've got to score goals.
Yeah, 100%.
You've got to score goals by getting to the byline, and you've got smart enough and good enough fullbacks that they won't do dumb crosses. It will be crosses with quality, whether it be a cutback. It won't just be some like us lofted into the air, hope for the best. It's not going to be that. You're going to get to them wide positions, and you're going to have the quality with your fullbacks to put something of decent in the box. And
go on.
And apart from Hendo doing that dead back. If I see that, if you lot score from that tomorrow, yeah, I swear to God, I'm going to break my TV. If I see Hendo charge up and whip it back post, yeah, I'm just going to get so angry.
I hear what you're saying, but I just think we're very different to like most teams, because in midfield, most teams or the top teams have that intricate way of passing, or they have that creativity. But our creativity comes from Trent. He's our most creative player in our whole squad.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, with only De Bruyne creates more chances than Trent. So it's basically he's a midfielder playing at right back, and we have our water carriers in there to break things up. But he's the playmaker. He's key. And he's a playmaker.
But I'm not knocking it, because obviously our best time through Alex was wing play.
Yeah,
that was our dominant time, wing play. Like, so it's effective.
Yeah, but you still had Scholes who could dictate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it wasn't our only weapon. But you know,
I hate you saying. If you're going for starting lineups for Liverpool, I think I will make 2 changes for the Athletic Madrid. I'll keep the same back 5. Midfield, I will keep Keita, to be fair, because I don't think Milner can play 3 games in a week. I think that's suicide in a game against Man United where it's going to be frantic. I would go Hendo, Fabinho, and Keita. And
Forever Green Milner will put it out of the bag, you know.
No, I don't think 3 games in a week. I know he's a machine, but at the end of the day, he's still 36, isn't it? So
he'll do it, but because if I were Klopp, he'll play Milner instead of Keita.
I can't see playing Keita. I can't.
I see Milner start, because number one, you know what you're gonna get at Milner. Like, he knows, innit? And Keita, again, this is when I come to is not as much discipline as this is basically Ando is your most not Ando. What am I talking about?
Milner.
Milner is your most disciplined midfielder. You need
Fabinho is.
Yeah, sorry, Fabinho. When you get Fabinho, I see Firmino. Sorry.
Yeah, Fabinho.
If you go Fabinho and Milner is that extra security, if I can put it this way.
No, you're right. But just playing 3 games in a week, playing away in Atletico on a Tuesday and then playing Man United on a Sunday. If everybody was fit, I think Klopp would even do that. I think that's suicide. I would play Keita, because I understand you saw the best and the worst of Keita in that half. He scores a weldy, and then kind of switches off for the 2 goals. But Hendo and Milner weren't that great in there anyway. It's just when Fabinho came on, it slightly was a little bit tighter. You could have took any three of them off, but Keita was the easiest person to take off because you can't really take off Hendo and Milner.
Do you see Keita staying?
Klopp is very loyal. I think if this
but it's not about Klopp's loyalty, is it? It's whether he wants to be. He's happy with being that squad rotation guy.
But where does he go then? The only way is down for him, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know you're saying.
And he's got a bad injury record. You look at it as well. What good club or top club's going to take Keita, whose injury record's been terrible since he's been at Liverpool? 4 years, he still hasn't played. I think he's not played 6 games on the spin yet in 4 years. You know he can play. You know he's got quality, but he's never been fit. So that's Liverpool's problem. What do? They can't sell him, and if they do sell him, they're not going to get big money for him because his injury record suggests that he's never going to stay fit.
Can Thiago and Keita play in the same midfield?
No, not a chance. In FA Cup games, yeah, but not a big game. If they're playing Man United away or Chelsea away, no chance. The only way them two play is that everybody's injured.
It's a funny one. It's a difficult one. But it's easy when you're winning, isn't it? In terms of it's easier to keep squad players happy when you're winning and they're winning stuff.
Yeah.
But I just think that if he continues, how long has he been there now?
This is his 4th season, and he still hasn't been. He's still not a regular. And Klopp bought him for him to be our linchpin, and he hasn't been fit.
And when he comes to the first player to get subbed off, who is it usually?
Yeah. Because he doesn't trust him. He goes to his tried and trusted. He knows what he's going to get from the rest. But I don't know. I still play him. I don't know with Milner. But I know he's going to play Milner. And I would play Jota instead of Bobby. Yeah, 100%. Because I just think he's played 3 games in a week. I think Man United are there for the taking. I want goals from all of them.
I'm so disappointed of you saying that.
He's got that Jota shoe in. He's got the mask. He must have ripped up the mask after that. I don't know what's happened. But
no. It's a toss-up between Bobby or he's going to go with Bobby.
So listen, since you guys, since you meant sign Jota, you've been calling his name out like he's a top goal scorer. And when he signed, he done well. But and like I always say, he won't give you what is it Firmino? Yeah, Bobby gives you, but never. Jota is play one way.
No, you don't watch Liverpool, mate. Jota plays the false nine really well, to be fair. He comes deep, he works hard.
So you telling me Jota is doing what Bobby does better than Bobby?
No one said that, but I said he plays the false nine well. I never said he plays it better than
Bobby.
I never said he plays it Bobby. I've never said he. They're not one of my words. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you saying the way you saying that he should start on Sunday instead of Bobby. Yeah.
Not because he's better. Because Bobby's played 3 games in a week.
Yeah,
I think a fresh Jota is fresh. That's my problem.
Jota is off the pace. You don't do that. Only what's his name will do that. Only Hall does that, bro. You have Bobby on form. You're gonna bench Maman because he played 3 games on the spin, and you're gonna pay Jota confidence, which is not even too high. Am I right or wrong?
I think his confidence is fine. He's been injured. He's just come back.
Yeah. So you're just gonna put him against Man U like that?
Man, you've kept 1 clean sheet in 20. Jota gets goals.
It doesn't matter. This is the game we're talking about, make or break. Right now, Man United they're gonna turn up like this is the Champions League final. So
it is their Champions League final.
Yeah, so like I believe it's gonna be a different Manu. As much as we Manu had a few terrible games. But Man is going to turn up different. It's
100%. I know this from experience.
It's the clash of the Titans, so they have to show up some shape or form. They're going to show up.
For me, it's just that as if you're a Liverpool fan now, how, as a Liverpool fan, do you measure success now?
What, this season?
Yeah.
A title challenge, a serious title challenge, and maybe picking up one of the trophies, the FA Cup, the Carter League Cup.
But the trophies that you don't like.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't say if Liverpool
He's got a squad. He's got a better squad now that he's able to.
This is the best. This is the best squad I've seen in my lifetime. If we're watching Liverpool, this is the best squad we've ever had. I've seen better players, but the best squad we've ever had. So for Liverpool, for measure success is a serious title challenge. I mean, pushing Man City and Chelsea or Man United, whoever's there, to the limit.
Why do you see Chelsea as how? I don't get it. I don't get why you see Chelsea.
Reason why I said
you try to underplay it by saying serious, and you are under Chelsea and Man City. It's like, why? I don't get it.
There. Reason why? Because Chelsea won the Champions League. They're European champions. They're European. When Liverpool won when we won the Champions League, it was literally, if we don't win the league next year, it was a failure. And we won the league the next year. Chelsea are European champions. And Chelsea, they have the squad, the money they've spent, and they've spent £100 million on a striker who was on top form last year. And they've got a top manager, and they're unbeaten. So they have to be.
They've sold two of their strikers, backup strikers. The £100 million striker that you're referring to is Lukaku, and Lukaku's been in the Prem for how many seasons now? Probably 8, 9 of the last 10 or something. So,
but you look at Chelsea squad, Tobias. They have got 2 players in every position. Maybe Bargo, maybe the front players. But you look at the fullbacks, centre halves, midfield. They've got 2 for every position. They can make 6, 7 changes and still win games. I don't think Liverpool can. I don't think Man United could do 6 or 7 changes and win football matches consistently.
I think that Chelsea have that depth, but I don't think all the players are quite similar in that regard.
Yeah,
but I think there's like that's the standouts. The standout is
go on, Frenchie.
We've got the backup, but it's not like quality. And Shaq always played the victim card with Liverpool or. Bro, you guys got a big squad, admit, and you guys spend money. No, let me speak, because you keep saying for the amount of money that Chelsea spend, right?
Frenchie,
people need to see as well that we spend money.
Tobias is like the puppet master, just sucking this guy in. Frenchie, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I said Liverpool have the best squad I've ever seen in my lifetime. I'm not saying they're not. I only said Man United, Man City and Chelsea are in the title race because you're European champions, and Man City, you know what you're going to get in Man City. That's why. And then Tobias said, why are you always saying Chelsea? I said, reason being because Chelsea are European champions. They're champions of Europe, and they are beaten.
But I'll say this about you guys there, because like you're saying that most teams that have, as you say, the best player in the world win stuff. So when you've got the best player in the world in terms of Salah, as you said, then you've got the best defender in the world in terms of Van Dijk. Then you've got the best right back in the world. Best fullbacks, not just fullback, best fullbacks in the world. I don't see how you can top
5 best keeper in the world.
I don't see how then you can say that if we mount a title challenge. That's madness. If you've got that many world-class players within your team, then you should be winning.
But Tobias, Man City could say the same. That's what I'm saying.
Player for player. You would take first 11. Who are you taking?
Man City's first 11, Liverpool's first 11.
Yeah.
Player for player.
If we was to do like combined 11 right now, I bet you any money, majority of players would be Liverpool.
Yeah,
and if we were to do a combined Liverpool, Chelsea,
defense and forward line, forward line.
So
not midfield.
Yeah, well, that's 3 players, isn't it? No, and you still any money Fabinho would still get in that midfield.
In Man City's midfield,
in the combined 11, Fabinho would still get in it.
It's a toss up between Fabinho and Rodri.
No, so you see now you see what I'm saying. So you can
100%.
combine 11, those 2 teams, and the majority of your players that you would pick would be Liverpool players. So I don't really want to hear title challenge. I want to hear like measuring success is winning the title. You had that year off last year,
but we had all our players injured. Remember?
Had them.
But when we done a prediction show in the podcast, none of you guys gave Liverpool a chance. Really, most of you were saying coming 3rd or 4th.
Say that again? Yeah, totally. Tobias, totally biased. I'm never going to put you anywhere near the top.
Frenchie said Liverpool coming 4th. Frenchie said at the first.
Even if I think you're not going to win the league, even if I think you're not going to win the league, I'll still put you 4th, bro, because I don't care. Totally biased out here, man.
Biased.
So no, but
no, yeah. I hear what you're saying. You're right. Player for player wise, I think we've got the best team, not the best squad, but player for player. You're right. If we go down the list of players, Liverpool's players will be in top 3 in each position in certain areas, from goalkeeper, fullback, centre half, and front 3. You're right, 100%.
So then
and Fabinho, I only think Kante is better than him as a holding midfield player in the Premier League.
I agree. But I don't want to. That's why I don't want to hear you keep downplaying. Liverpool. I think. Well,
no. I want us to win the title. I said a
no.
title.
Well, you should be. You should be.
Yeah.
Measuring
try to win the title.
Should be winning the title.
Try winning the title and going deep in the Champions League.
For me, if the way that you sort of measure your players, then I'd be like, if you don't get a title, if you don't get the title, it's failure. Personally,
could be.
Personally,
but
because
it's just we had a lot of players injured and they're coming back.
Because we look at City's squad, and we've all said that they haven't got a striker. They can't do it without a striker. Cool. So then you look at Chelsea's squad, and now they've got Lukaku and Werner.
Yeah,
that's about it. So they're both injured now.
Yeah.
So I just don't think. I think that really your squad has been undermined for some reason, because I've always said that it's better than what you keep making it out to look like.
No, I've never said, Tobias, I've never said our squad is not great. I just think other squads are better. But our squad in my lifetime is the best squad we have ever had. Back in the day, we could not have made 5 or 6 changes and win games. We had to keep the same players. We killed Fernando Torres' career because we overplayed that guy when he was injured. We bring him back straight away. We killed Michael Owen's career.
Killed Fowler. You kill all number 9s.
That's what I'm saying. But we killed, especially Owen. Owen was our main goal getter at 18 years of age. He was our main guy, 18, 19 years of age. That guy could have been anything if he had a right manager. We killed him. We overplayed him. And this is the first time we've got a right manager and we've got the best squad I've seen in my lifetime. And 100%. Title challenge. Reason why I'm saying title challenge, because of the players coming back. But yeah, we should be winning it. Or we should be pushing Man City to the limit.
No. I don't want to hear you put Man City ahead of you. You're equals in this. There's no Man City ahead. You see what I'm saying? This is what you keep doing. You said behind City. No, it's not behind City. No,
I'm saying
it's not behind City. It's not behind Chelsea.
With Man City. With Man City and
not
Chelsea.
Behind.
Yeah, with Man City and Chelsea.
So make sure you remember to say not behind.
All right, cool. With Man City and Chelsea, we should be going deep in the Champions League. And I love to pick up a FA Cup or a Carabao Cup as well. So we kind of win multiple titles, because that's the next step for this team. Is not picking up single titles, is picking up an FA Cup and a league,
So it's
a
next step for the
Carabao Cup,
manager,
and
absolutely.
a Champions League. That's what I want to see, because that's what Chelsea done. That's what Man United used to do all the time, is pick up a couple of trophies. And I know it's harder. I do think it's harder now, because there's a lot of teams who are good.
Don't try to downplay men's success, please. No,
I'm not downplaying the brother.
You see what you see? No.
Oh my God, I'm not downplaying the success, but since the Premier League era, have we ever seen have 4 teams in Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Man United who are all very good? It's usually just 2. It's usually 2.
No, since Chelsea's been in, since Roman's been about, it's always been the 3. Arsenal had the time, United, Chelsea. Yeah, you guys were that floater. Then obviously times change. City's now got the money.
Yeah,
and I don't think. If we had a manager, I would say that we'd be. I would count. I'll be saying things with my chest. If we had a decent manager, I'd be like, expectation would be title challenge. But
it should still be title challenges with the money you spent.
It should.
And he's been there for nearly 3 years. It should be title challenges.
It should be, but then you look at it like it's.
But that's what I'm saying. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's getting away with it, because Tobias, even if you had a foreign manager, you lot should be saying we should be doing better than what we're doing. But somehow Ole gets away with it. That's what I'm saying. If this was a foreign manager with the squad of players you have got, I'm not saying you've got to win it, but you should be saying, you know what, your players should be saying, we're going to try and push the Man City and Liverpool's to the limit.
Well, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but then in the next breath, you have mentioned before that we've got an unbalanced squad. So you've said before that we buy players just for the sake of buying players, which then creates us unbalanced. Yeah. So that's where I think, yes, you're right in a way, but then if we go back to Klopp doesn't buy players that doesn't fit his system, so to speak. Yeah. Or if he wants someone, then he won't take her. So let's say, what DM did they want at the time? I don't recall, but they didn't get him, so they buy Fred.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You wanted Fabinho. You wanted Fabinho. You were the first team to be.
We were the first team to want Fabinho.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what happened there that died out, because we was the first ones that to be onto him, and then he died out, and then he ended up at user. That was mad. But I don't recall who it was at the time. But then we ended up with Fred.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously we got Donny when we only got Donny because he was being quoted 80 mil the season before. So our boy was like, wow, great deal. 40 mil, can't go wrong. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Buying players for the sake of buying them.
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
And I would even say that about Sancho now. Obviously,
100%.
We touched on it with Greenwood's progression within the last year or two. Then you would second guess buying Sancho. But if you first being quoted 120, 115 for Sancho, and now you can get him for 75, our owners are like, oh, bargain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we're doing that. We've been doing the fake Galactico thing for a while. But then with Ole, he should be doing better than what he is, but we know he's learning on the job. It's sort of a full starter talking about Ole and his tactics all the rest of it.
100%. We've talked about Ole for too long.
But it's just not.
It's gonna be a tough game anyway. All right, let's talk about you talked about combined lineups, yeah? We do a combined lineup between Man United and Liverpool. But we're gonna go by form only, yeah? Not about who's the better player, who's been on the best form. So if I say, I don't know, Bobby, and you say Fernandez, Frenchie gets the final say. And if it's 2-1, that goes in, yeah? It goes by form only, not by who's been the better player, form only, yeah? Yeah? All right, we'll
No, fucking that don't help me.
Only if you say one player and I say another player, what formation are we doing? 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1? We could go 4-2-3-1 if you actually play that.
They're both the same, isn't it? Really?
All right, 4-3-3. 4-3-3. Yeah, easy. All right, De Gea or Alisson? I think Alisson's been there outstanding. I'm going Alisson.
I'm going De Gea.
Got full De Gea. All right, you're going De Gea.
I am. You know what? Yeah, I'm not saying it any other way, but I think that since the end of last season and the beginning of the season, I think De Gea's sort of getting back to what he used to be at. I don't think he's there yet, but I think you're disrespecting too much. Yeah, on the kicking ability, he's not up there with the Alissons and the Edisons. Yeah, we get that. His ball distribution is poor, and it's weird for a Spanish goalkeeper. I don't get it, but I will go there.
Reason why I'm saying I'm not saying De Gea is not a bad goalkeeper. He's always been an amazing shot stopper. When I watch De Gea, he just looks flaky when it comes for crosses, distribution, all of that. That's what I look at. I know he pulls off worldies. He does that. And he's good with his feet. He slides and good with his feet. He's always been good with that. My problem with De Gea is that he just looks flappy. Every time a corner comes in, every corner, if we get a corner, I think we're going to score. Or a free kick either side the 18-yard box, whipping balls in. Because he's flaky. That's my problem. But he's had a good season because we've done Team of the Week and I've had him in there. So I know he's been all right. But
Frenchie,
who are you going for?
Decisions on I'm just going to do this all the time so Frenchie makes the decision.
I said it in the beginning. You know, at the moment for me, David. It's not a better keeper, but you know that's what's.
All right, the here's it go.
That's one in. That's one in.
One Man United. All right, right back. Do we have to go?
Wan-Bissaka. No, I'm joking. No. Trent all day long.
Wan-Bissaka or Trent?
Trent is unbelievable. So Trent all day long.
Go on, Trent, man.
Okay.
Trent Lyon.
We might as well put the whole Liverpool back four there.
Are we putting Trent Lyon in there? Yeah. Trent Lyon.
So we got the hair and goal, which is bonkers. All right, right back Trent. All right. I'm not even going to talk about Van Dijk. I'm just going to put him in there. I'm not even put Virgil in there. All right.
Straight disrespect.
It's not the worth. This is making a talk for no reason. All right. Harry or Matip? I've got Matip all day long. I don't think that's a debate, really. The hair, Harry Maguire has been terrible. Matip's been better than Van Dijk. So this season, so I don't even think that's a debate. But I'm going for Matip. Tobias, you cannot be biased. Fucking flipping it, you can't.
I've been killing Maguire for the last 3 weeks, and I'm about to say Maguire, boy. No. This is burning my soul. I don't even want to do this combined 11 right now. Milner, I'll say Milner. I'll give you Matip.
All right, it's got to be Matip. All right, Matip. All right, this is one's a bit close, but I don't think he's at the same level this season. Luke Shaw or Robertson? I'm going Robertson. I think Robertson's been really good. He's been better than Luke Shaw.
I'm going Luke Shaw.
Frenchie.
I'm totally biased.
What if you see? What if you see this season?
All I'm saying is, when I can put a United player in there, I'm going to put him in there.
Okay, so who's the better left back then? If you ain't seen it like that, you might as well go. Who's the better left back?
In terms of what? Going forward?
No, we're going off form, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going by form. But he's not seen them like that, so you might as well go. Who do you think's the better left back?
Yeah, Robertson.
All right.
I've just been ginosed.
Robertson. All right, midfield gets holding midfield. Fabinho. That's not a debate. You
What,
can't.
over Freddie? You mad?
David, listen.
Hold on. Doesn't Fred play ahead of Fabinho in the national team?
No, he don't know that. I think someone's put a slap Tete in his head and said, "What are you doing?" Because Fred was just playing in front of Fabinho at the moment. They're both playing together. Brazil national team terrible, by the way, but yeah, they play as two holding midfielders. How's Fred a Brazilian international regular? You know, that's bonkers. But midfield's a bit more tasty. So you got Fabinho. So we've got 3 in there. Fernandez or
just forget it.
Or
Just
Henderson.
forget. Don't even bother, bro.
Okay.
Don't even. If I hear the stupid name come out of your mouth, yeah.
Fernandez or Henderson.
Or behave yourself. Don't even. I don't even want you asking the question, bro. Just put it down. Just put it down. Yeah. Don't even think about it.
All right, Fabinho, Bruno, and then who's your other regular? Are you doing the trident? You're doing the Brexit midfield. You're going to say Pogba. So I don't know. Zambifield's been injured a lot. So all right, Milner's played. Pogba and Milner. I'm going for Milner because I know what I'm going to get in Milner.
Frenchie.
I'm going for Milner.
Remember your French, by the way.
Pogba.
Thank you.
Fucking hell. He's been shit as well.
I got 7 assists, bro.
4 of them were in one game. Flipping it against Leeds.
It don't matter.
Don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that.
A win is a win. So assist is an assist, mate.
All right, so you got Fabinho, Bruno, and Pogba. All right side. Let's go to Salah. Who plays to your right? Salah or Greenwood?
You know what? Yeah, it's unfair. I'm so sorry for Greenwood in this.
I do.
Any other position?
Any other position he would play.
He's getting in, but yeah, I think
Salah.
you put Salah in there.
All right, Salah. All right, on the left side you got Mane.
You know what though? If Rashford had been back for a bit longer, and because Mane, come on, Mane played well for the last couple of games, fair play, but let's not get excited. Told you this last one. But if Rashford had been better for
Mane's been quiet though.
Been back for the time for a longer time, then he might have been more interested. But yeah. Mane, and then up top Ronaldo. Behave yourself. Forget it.
I'm going for Bobby.
Behave yourself.
I'm going for Bobby.
What? Scoring them blind them Stevie Wonder goals, bro. Shut up, man.
I'm going for Bobby.
Brother, shut Bobby.
up. No. I'm going for the tried and trusted front three.
Stevie Wonder goals, yeah, and you're telling
tried
Bobby.
And trusted front three. Tried and trusted front three. The best front three in the world.
End to it, bro.
Bobby or you got to look by the system.
No, shut up. You don't have to look by the system. That's not what that wasn't the criteria. That wasn't the criteria.
Frenchie. I'm going for Bobby. He's gone for Ronaldo. Bobby or Ronaldo. What? That's the front three. So Salah's on one side, Mane's on one side. It's between Bobby or Bobby or Ronaldo.
You're biased, Shaq, man. It's Ronaldo, man.
Fucking
on, man. Shaq, you're so biased, bro.
And you guys are not. You said Liverpool coming fourth.
Yeah, and I like Liverpool. Sorry, my fault. I like Bobby, you know. But yeah.
So we got 1, 2, 3,
it's a 50-50,
four Man United players in there.
5 in it.
4. You got De Gea. Fucking hell, De Gea. Even Tobias has to laugh. Alisson, top 4, you know, top 4 keepers in world football, and been excellent. Can't get in ahead of De Gea. Flipping it.
De Gea,
you can't make this sharp. De Gea, you got De Gea in goal, Pogba and Bruno in midfield, and you got Ronaldo. So
Big Harry should be in there ahead of that. Waste of space, Giraffe, Matip.
All right, so if you took Matip out and you put Harry in.
Nah, put Matip. I would have put, if Varane wasn't injured, it would have been Varane, innit?
Yeah, but he's injured. So if Harry or Varane's in there, you got 5. So it's basically, you're saying it's an even team, even game.
Huh?
It's an even game if you put Varane. Say Varane's played well and he's fit. You basically got 5 players in there.
No, it's just that. Obviously, you're looking at it from a form basis, and plus, you're not looking at it from a structural basis.
Yeah, I know.
You're just putting players in positions.
But that's Man United's problem. The players are there. It just needs a bit of structure. But okay, but that's 5 or 4 players for Man United.
But where's your face gone?
Yeah, so 4 players for Man United, and then the rest for Liverpool. All right. So all right, let's go for score predictions for the Man United game. So we've done a combined 11 score predictions. Frenchie, you could go first. It's at Old Trafford, derby game, two of the biggest teams in England, the most watched game. It's going to be the most watched game in the world right now because the Classico is that's dead.
No one's watched that. Ain't the Classico on this weekend as well?
Yeah, as well. I don't know why they've done that still because I don't know who's watching that.
That is death.
All right, Frenchie. Predicting the score. I can't hear you, Nick. I can't hear you.
You hear me now?
You sound low. You sound low.
I know what happened.
Yeah, that sounds better. Go on. Prediction.
Yeah, 3-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. All right. 2-1 Liverpool. Tobias, are you going biased? Are you being realistic or what?
I'm going to score a draw.
1-1 or 2-2?
2-2.
I can see a 2-2, you know. Both teams have got goals. Both teams look a bit throw. All right. My heart says 3-1 Liverpool.
I was. You know what? If I was thinking neutral, I would have said 3-1 Liverpool. Yeah. But then you can't continue to keep scoring 3 goals. That's some joke.
No. 9 away games in a row scored 3 or more. My heart says Liverpool, but my head says a draw. I'm gonna be biased like Tobias and go in my fucking heart, and I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool.
Oh my god, Arsenal are winning 2-0.
Oh, stop it! I was gonna do predictions for them. Forget them then. I was gonna go to the predictions. All right, forget them. We ain't doing Arsenal Villa. All right, we'll go Chelsea Norwich.
I forget that today.
But remember, no Werner, no Lukaku.
It doesn't matter.
We go to Frenchie. We go to Frenchie. You sound low. Just about can hear you.
3-0.
All right, 3-0. 3-0 Norwich, yeah? All right, 3-0. Tobias?
2-0.
2-0. I've gone for 2-0 as well because I don't see Chelsea score a lot of goals. They ain't got no goals in them. Everton, Watford. It's at Everton. Frenchie.
1-0 Everton.
1-0 Everton. Tobias?
2-1 Everton.
Everton, yeah. 2-1.
Actually, I don't even want to give it 2-0. I don't even want to give Watford the goal because what I saw against
They can't be that bad ever. They can't be that bad. They were terrible. All right, 2-0. All right, Leeds Wolves. It's at Leeds. Tobias, you can go first.
But you're not looking your result though.
Oh, sorry. I've gone one. Sorry, I wrote them already. I've gone 1-0 Watford. Sorry. Sorry, 1-0 Everton. 1-0 Everton. Sorry. No, wait. 1-0 Everton.
Well, 1906 was back here.
Yeah.
No, you know, OG will throw that in and probably.
Yeah, spanners. The spanners in the works. All right, I've gone 1-0 Everton. Frenchie. No, Tobias. Leeds Wolves.
This is the stickiest game of the weekend bar us because Leeds have to get a win somehow.
Yeah, they got to win soon.
They have to get a win. Wolves, obviously, with that mad win against Villa, the rivals, that might have sort of put the wind up their sails again. So, but it's away. 1-1.
1-1. Frenchie, Leeds, Leeds Wolves is at Leeds. We've got the same.
Leeds concede too much. They score, well, they just concede. You don't need a top striker, great goal scorer to score against Leeds. Anyone will get a goal.
I've gone for 2-2 as well. I just think it's gonna be loads of goals. If you're a striker and you need to get in form, play Leeds. I'll go for 2-2. All right. Southampton, Burnley to bias at Southampton.
Burnley 1-0.
Oh, it's gone for a away win. All right, 1-0.
Southampton, Burnley.
Frenchie, Southampton, Burnley. Is that Southampton?
Southampton need a win, so I'll go Southampton 1-0.
1-0.
Actually, no. I'll change that. To 2-1.
Southampton.
Yeah.
2-1. I think both teams need a win, but I think both teams are not the best. I'm going for a draw, 1-1. Brighton, Man City. Frenchie. Oh, well, go to bias.
Brighton, Man City.
Yeah, it's at Brighton. Brighton are doing well, to be fair.
Two-0 City. Brighton are doing well, but Basuma's out now, isn't
he? Yeah.
I think
Frenchie.
One. City.
I've gone 3-1 City, but I would have changed it because we're gonna have the same scores as Frenchie. I'm gonna go 3-0. I'm gonna change it now. I'm gonna go 3-0 City. I'm like, Brighton score. I think Brighton are built for City. They both play the same type of similar way, but Man City is 10 times better than them. Brentford, Leicester. That could be game of the weekend. To be fair,
goals.
Yeah, it's a lot of goals.
Yeah,
2-2. Yeah, 2-2. Frenchie.
I go for Brentford, man.
Yeah.
2-1 Brentford.
2-1. They're flying, by the way.
Daka though. Don't
I'm telling you, Daka 4 goals. I'm telling you about Patson. Daka could be a problem.
I don't think he will start.
Yeah, but you come off.
That don't matter.
I think he starts.
Wrapped up that game, man. Brentford.
Don't start.
You don't think so?
He won't start. Jamie, everyone is fit though.
Hardy.
No, but you take Iniacho's place.
No, Iniacho is a problem right now.
Daka and Vardy are similar, aren't they? I think if you
add Daka to man who bags 4 goals, he's flying, bro. You can't sub a man next week.
Yeah, but Leicester are Vardy, aren't they? So.
And to be fair, people love to Salah has been excellent, but Vardy's got the same amount of goals as Salah's.
Second.
He's got goals. Yeah. I've got 2-2, Brentford and Leicester. But West Ham, Spurs, Frenchie. Is that West Ham?
West Ham.
Yeah.
1-0 West Ham.
No, West Ham. To bias.
1-1.
Spurs. Well, now every time I watch Spurs, it's just not convincing, man. I can't stand that team anyway.
I don't know why I'm going for no reason. I'm just going 2-1 Spurs. I just think West Ham do this. West Ham will go on mad runs. They look like they're gonna kick on, and they do something stupid. I watched them. I can't remember who they lost to at home. I think it was Brentford. And they were flying. I know Brentford are doing well, but who thought West Ham would beat Brentford at West Ham? I think Spurs. I think Harry Kane and Son.
Check 1-0. Remember what I said?
Yeah. All
right.
Oh my God.
We did say the Man United Liverpool. I went 3-1. Tobias, you said score draw 2-2, didn't you?
I'm just looking at the league table.
Yeah.
If Arsenal win today.
Yeah.
They're on the same points as us. My
They are
chest.
winning as well, you know.
My chest, bro.
Oh shit!
Imagine.
Freddy, what do you say? 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah.
All right. 2-1 Liverpool.
Mane gets 2, bro. What's this?
Mane gets 2, yeah.
Mane gets 2. Mane is always hungry against United, bro. Always for some reason.
We ain't got the best record at Old Trafford, man, but we'll see. It'll be a good game. Yep, big game on Sunday. Liverpool, Man United, or Man United, Liverpool at Old Trafford. Sunday, 4:30 p.m.
You might see me still.
Yeah, we need to watch it. We do need to watch it. Come together and
Might
watch
see
this.
me, bro.
Yeah, we need to watch this. Big game, big game. All right, guys. Follow us on Twitter. Like, comment, and subscribe to the TIG so we can grow. We are Real Talk Football TV. We are out. Bless.